we don't feel like ourselves. We haven't felt like ourselves in a while. And I'm sorry to get political, but I'm just going to be honest. We haven't felt like ourselves since Barack Obama. I just think he was such a slick snake. You know, he was this affable guy who was like wearing good suits and looked the part and sounded the part and dressed the part, but was so divisive in his messaging. The left, they look at you like when you say this, they don't know what you're talking about. It's like, because you don't pay attention to the other half of the country. You only pay attention to your absurd news sources, which spin and spin and spin to protect Democrats, especially if they're named Obama. He's the one who started to inject race where no one had been doing it. He's the one who started to use his pen and the phone to shove things down our throat that we didn't want. He's the one who shoved through an entitlement on our health care and our personal doctor visits that he promised he wouldn't mess with. And then he did, really hurting people, causing massive anger and open lies. He never missed an opportunity to twist the knife on the racial issue. He would do it subtly and in his own way, but it was very clear what he was doing. For the first time, we had a president who weighed in on legal cases before they'd played out. We never did that. That was a taboo that had never been crossed before him. And Donald Trump was the reason Barack Obama, reverse that. Barack Obama was the reason Donald Trump came about, that he was born as a political figure. They say Trump's divisive. He was the antidote. He was the answer to the divisiveness of Barack Obama. And we just haven't felt like ourselves for years now.
Why did Megyn Kelly just seem like she was getting turned on as she was explaining why she got problems with Obama? It was like, he was just such a affable guy. He just always wore good suits and just looked the part. But he just was so divisive by always shoving things down our throat.
I promise this clip is not AI. Megyn Kelly actually claimed that Obama was extremely divisive with his messaging, and this country hasn't been the same since he was the president. And to make it all even worse, she said Trump is the antidote to that division.
And I'm sorry to get political, but I'm just going to be honest. We haven't felt like ourselves since Barack Obama. I just think he was such a slick snake, wearing good suits and looked the part and sounded the part and dressed the part, but was so divisive in his messaging.
She then goes on to say he's the one who started to inject race when no one had been doing it. Obama is the reason Trump came about. They say Trump is divisive. He's the antidote, the answer to the divisiveness of Obama. Sometimes I wonder if these people think to themselves, what's the truth, so I can say the exact opposite of that to my audience. She's saying this days after Donald Trump tried to blame the Democrats for the unaliving of Charlie Kirk before we knew anything about the guy who did it. He wasn't even caught yet. He also told a group of 4 congresswomen of color, all U.S. citizens by the way, that they need to go back to where they came from. And of course he called immigrants poison to the blood of America, dehumanizing millions of people for political points. He labels Democrats, judges, and anyone who does something he doesn't like as enemies of the people. Of course, that's language that dictators use to justify terrible actions against their opponents. He even spread misinformation during the pandemic, telling people to inject themselves with bleach, turning a public health issue into a political hot topic. Donald Trump is one of the only U.S. presidents in history that I can think of who doesn't even try to pretend to unite the American people. It's actually insane.
Hi guys, I'm Tina and you're welcome to the channel. You know, sometimes I really wonder what Megyn Kelly has against Obama. Because imagine a whole tribute for Charlie, people are pouring out their hearts, showing love, showing respect, and immediately Obama's name shows up, Megyn jumps straight into blame mode. Like, why? Obama left that seat years ago. He has nothing to do with Charlie's death. So why drag him into it? Why drag him into it? Well, let's see people's reaction to it.
Oh my goodness. So one thing that I've said that is a pattern of the lineage of evil is their failure to take accountability, all right? For their failure of any type of responsibility for their actions. They will go out and do harm. They will go out and spew division and wickedness. And then when you say, hey, that's what you're doing, they cry victim. Oh, why are you guys attacking me? I didn't even do anything. I just have a difference of opinion. I just want to talk about the whole difference of opinion argument. Listen, we can have a difference of opinion on whether pineapple goes on pizza. I personally believe that it does. That's a difference of opinion. But when you start talking about black people are low IQ, these people shouldn't exist, what happening in Gaza is a good thing, they deserve it, that's not a difference of an opinion. That is wickedness, that is evil, that is hate and bigotry. That being said, I, for one, was anticipating them to shift blame and deflect about what happened with Charlie Kirk. And I was like, okay, who are the players right here? We got black people, we got trans, we got LGBT, we got Muslims, we got Palestine, right? These are the go-to for who they want to blame. And I'm like, okay, black people are out. They've been hyping up the trans, maybe Gaza, right? I was thinking about this. Sure enough, I don't know how they did it, but I guess where there's a will, there's a way. Because you have Megyn Kelly, who is talking about, you know what? We haven't been the same in a long time. And we haven't really been the same since Obama. What?
We don't feel like ourselves. We haven't felt like ourselves in a while. And I'm sorry to get political, but I'm just going to be honest. We haven't felt like ourselves since Barack Obama.
Are you retarded? I'm sorry. Let me get this straight. You're evoking Obama, someone who hasn't been president for, I don't know, almost nearly a decade. As you're talking about, like the Chiron is tribute to Charlie Kirk. Your tribute to Charlie Kirk is blaming Obama for the temperature of the country presently. Bro, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. This is the lineage of evil. This is wicked, wicked behavior. Calling him a slick snake.
I just think he was such a slick snake. You know, he was this affable guy who was like wearing good suits and looked the part and sounded the part and dressed the part, but was so divisive.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm sorry. We just had what happened with Charlie Kirk. I would think that y'all would want to be toning down the temperature, right? But instead they want to turn it up. Calling Obama a slick snake, blaming Obama for the temperature right now, while we have the president of the United States who has said some heinous things. You got the president of the United States who won't release the Epstein files. You know, the Epstein files where we want as far as to bring these people who did heinous acts to justice, right? We want to know who the demons are that we are surrounded with. Well, the demon isn't going to snitch on the demon. That's not how that's going to work. That's not how that works. So what they do, they deflect. They blame, all right? I'm surprised, to be honest with you, they haven't blamed weed psychosis for what happened. Because as they're blaming black people, guess you know the angle they were trying to get? Trans. They were trying to get that from the beginning. That started with Nancy Mate.
Now I have to deal with real safety concerns. It sounds like the shooter was a tranny or pro-tranny.
It's that damn Barack Obama. Oh, his smooth ass, slick ass words. He was just always wearing all these good ass suits, looking good, smelling good, looking the part. All friendly and good natured and easy to talk to. Ooh, motherfucker, I swear it's his fault. If I could, I'd give him a piece of my mind. If I had the time. Ooh, I just want to talk to him. Could somebody just call him for me? Ever since his ass came in, just shoving everything down our throat. And when I said they would likely start blaming Barack Obama soon, they said I was tripping.
Trump is the antidote, the answer to the divisiveness of Obama. See, I think what right-wing media really plays off of is that people don't have really long-term memories about how things were really going on. I remember sitting with my grandma as a high schooler during the Obama years and watching her flip through the cable channels. And every time she would sit on Fox News, we would sit here and listen to these people badmouth the president in ways that have never happened before. They would start with conversations about where he's from. The birther movement, first time that ever happened, was with Obama. And for you guys don't know, the nationality of where Obama was born was put into question for years. Very much brought up by our current president, Donald Trump. I remember Fox News having Donald Trump on and Donald Trump talking about, where's Obama? Let's see his birth certificate. As if the man was not already a career politician, a career lawmaker for years beforehand. I remember conversations about Islam being brought into America because we were going to have a president with the middle name Hussein, and it being broadcast on cable television 24/7 for 8 years straight. Donald Trump is a response to all of the fear mongering right-wing media and right-wing politicians did for 8 years during the Obama era. And because by the time the Obama era ran around, career Republicans have not gotten a single win with the American people, they decided to double down on their Southern strategy, double down on their in-groups and out-groups, and then started the domino effect to our current political climate. The irony, and a direct quote from her, for her to say that he suddenly twisted the knife of racial tensions in America, when Fox News would abruptly say racial on live television every day since that man ran for office. Hypocrisy. Thy name is Fox News.
So guys, at this point, it's clear. Kelly just can't resist attacking Obama. But my question is simple. What exactly did Obama ever do to her? If it's something personal, why not come out and say it? Why hide behind every situation to drag him down? Because while others paid respect to Charlie, she turned it into another round of Obama bashing. Let's be honest, this is obsession at this point. Obama has moved on, but Megyn, she's still stuck, tormenting his name every chance she gets. And for what? That's the real question. For what? Drop your thoughts below. Why do you think she's always coming after him? Well, if you've made it this far, thank you for watching. Drop your thoughts in the comment section, like, and also subscribe to support the channel. Till next time, bye.